might need a few minutes. You just wait there, sweetie. Be back in a second. Evening, Chrissy. Just had to quickly nip upstairs and get my tablet computer so I could see what the camera could see. This clamp's covering everything at the minute. I don't know if you can hear Gravy making all of my noises there in the background. Definitely see her shaking her butt. Evening royalty. You come to watch the girls. Yeah, actually she's wiggling her butt every time she makes that little noise. Oh, so he just woke you up as he had to come through from the settee where you had him sat. Sleeping in the cupboard for stealing your beacon yesterday. See if I can maybe some nudge the camera. Oh, so you're going to be her servant for the day. Sounds right. Is that alright, or shall have your head mounted on a pike again? Making all the little chirps there, aren't they? Just before Gravy decided she wanted to lay her egg, she was sat on my knee, getting her cuddles. She starts doing her squeaking, a little A little dance with my butt to tell us that she wants to be taken through to the coop to lay her egg. She's my little baby. The sort of like low sound, that's Gravy. The high sound is Speckled making her chips for her egg as well. Casserole's gone through the living room and watch the telly. Because apparently it's Christmas in July month on the film channel. Last time I checked on, she got a little spot on the side of the mat, right in front of the telly where she sits and looks up at the screen. Gravy might be ready to pop. They tend to sort of like, I call it the launch position, where they stand up and they like lean back, so they're like pointing up. Think of it like, you know, like when the shuttles take off. Is what it always reminds me of. Be nice, Speckled. Let Gravy lay her egg. Speckles. See, the thing is, they all want to be in the same. They all want to be in the same corner to lay their eggs. Gravy's about to lay. You can hear her breath's getting heavy. She's squeezing. All right, sweetie. We see how she's like stood up really straight. It's the same with all chickens. They all choose one spot and they all want to pile in on it. Is it okay, Gravy? There we go. She's laid her egg. Who's a good girl, Gravy? Are you my good girl? Speckled. Speckled has just stuck her head underneath it to steal the egg so she can sit on it. At least give Gravy a second to recover. Perry's are nuts. So now the only one making the chirps is just Speckled there that you can hear now. Once she's like laid her egg, she'll stand there for like a few minutes whilst you know, like whilst her back end sort of like goes back to normal, shall we say. Who's my good girl though, Gravy? Here, have a sit down, sweetie. I think Gravy's now trying to have her sit down where she is because she's a bit stuck on top of Speckled. Ooh. Put it in your hand, Gravy. Ooh. It's alright, Gravy, I'll get you. I know you're falling over. And we're going to get you up next, Gravy. It's alright, sweetie. It's okay. Speckled, if you would just nudge forward for me for a minute, I'll tickle your feathers. Come on. You've let Gravy fall over, you nutter. I've got you, Gravy, don't worry. You're not going to fall and hurt your wings. There we are, honey. Alright, there we are. I'm going to lift you back up so you can have a bit of sit down, okay? There you go, sweetie. Go get something to eat. What would you like? Would you like some of that? There you go. Treats for Gravy. Clever girl. What, can you ever sit down for 5, sweetie? There we go. This poor Gravy, our walking and our balance is still not brilliant. That's why I should sort of like, because they all want to be in the same corner, Speckled nearly knocked her over there. Look at that beautiful baby. She keeps on getting herself stuck because I mean you can see her wing was sort of out. That's when she'd like completely lost balance and she was like falling over Speckles. You going for a snack now, sweetie? Yeah. Or you want to come out? Yeah, she's a beautiful baby. I think I'm going to have to like, dig out one of my old pictures from the day that I got her. And see, actually, hang on. Oh no, I can't. I'm streaming on my phone. I can't check on my phone. Because the pictures on here, I'll be able to see exactly what day we got Gravy. Are you alright there, sweetie? You haven't hurt yourself? You alright? You want to come out and have a bit of a walk, sweetie? Or are you going to have a sit down? So normally after they've just laid their egg, they'll immediately, well, once they've sort of like recovered and put their butt right, shall we say, they'll usually go straight for something to eat. I think Gravy might want to go back out. Careful, sweetie. Come on out. I'll put you on the floor and you can stretch your legs. There's my little sweetie. There you go. Where's the... I'll tell you what. I'll swipe that and I'll put it on the outside for you, eh? So you can get a little snack. There you go, sweetie. You get your balance again, Gravy. Now the next problem is Speckles. Like so with Speckles, sometimes she'll sit in this box for hours. But the minute she's sitting on top of Gravy's egg, so we can't even get a beautiful egg out to have a look. Gravy lays the cleanest of all the eggs. When Speckled lays them, she usually has them covered in poop, so they're going to be cleaned. You can have a plan. You can sit and watch Speckled lay her egg all morning. You okay, Gravy? Did she hurt you when she knocked you over? Are you okay, that one? Let's have a look at your wing. Is that alright, sweetie? Would you like me to go and get your greens? Do you want your greens, sweetie? There was one of our chickens, Tika. She used to come in and she used to like go to the gate and demand to come in here, and she would sit on her own for half an hour just to have a quiet, peace and quiet sort of like time for half an hour. Yeah, the three of them quite like sitting and watching the telly. They all sort of like they're all sort of like sit and do their feathers in front of it, and then they'll sit and have a snooze. Okay there, Gravy. Are you sure? You haven't hurt yourself, have you, sweetie? Let me see you walk. There you go, that's a good walk. Want to go get your greens? I'll nip outside and I'll get your greens for you. Right, I'm just going to quickly nip into the garden and get her Gravy a plate of greens. It's be 2 minutes. Once I find where I put my shoe, that is. Ah, there they are. Or are you trying to tell me, Gravy, that you want to go through the living room? I'll leave the door open if you want to go through. There you go, sweetie. There's your sweet corn. Good girl. Speckled's always in charge. She's the boss. It's okay, Gravy. You keep munching. Are you going to sleep now, Speckled? After you've made all this fuss for the past hour for laying your egg? Nap time. Well, that squeaking just takes it out of you, doesn't it? Casserole, you come to say hello? It's not your day for laying your egg, is it, sweetie? That's tomorrow. Casserole lays every other day. Whereas Gravy lays every day, and Speckled just lays when she feels like it. She's going to sleep. Come to say hello, Casserole? Are you too busy eating sweet corn as well? Speckle's going to sleep. You can see her head slowly going down. Ah, no, Gravy. You hear Casserole in the background tapping out a Morse code. Gravy's making some little squeaks as well behind us. They're all sort of like talking to each other. I don't know if you can hear it as well, but as sort of like a temporary measure, I put one of my giant server fans on top of the Minecraft server. That's making like a loud buzz in the background, but I don't know if that's actually coming through on the stream thing there or not. Speckled having a rummage around. She spilled some food there the other day, and now she's like picking up the food off the bottom of the coop. Are you alright, Gravy? It's alright. Just a slight noise, a little bit noticeable. Just want to see what difference it would make with this giant fan pointing over the server. Its average temperature, like all morning since I plugged it in, has been 30 degrees. When I jumped on the server before, and I was like, the whole reason, like about 10 minutes while I was on, I was basically jumping between dimensions. So I was just to run up the processor a bit. So I was like diving in between portals left, right, and centre to make it load. And I was turning all the redstone stuff on, and it got to a high of 37. But we'll see what it's like. That giant cooler I've ordered should be here within about an hour and a half. Casserole. There's Casserole, come to say hello. You spilled some of your letters on the floor as well, you. Not yet, but I got the notification off Amazon saying that it had been dispatched. It said that on the email it's supposed to be here by 1:30, so it can't be that far off. You come for a snack, Casserole? Good girl. She knows I've got the camera pointing at her, look at that. some had a casserole. You want to go play out? I don't know, you motored me in, then you motored me out. Uh-huh. Do you want to come up? You come up? No. So I put my foot out, you see, and she'll walk up my leg. You okay, my gravy? You're munching your sweet corn? Good girl. We're getting an egg today, Speckled. I don't know if that was in frame, but you may have just got a brief look at Gravy's egg that she's stole. Are you laying your egg today, sweetie, or are you just taking the mick? I know, Gravy, you should just take the mick, shouldn't you? You change your mind, Speckled? Generally, they'll just like, as you saw, like with Speckled there, they'll gather up all the eggs into one patch, and then one of them will be like assigned to sit on them. Then after a little while, when they get bored of that, they just get up and go about their business, because they know when an egg is like fertilised, and obviously because there's no cockerel, they know that their eggs aren't. Because we'll get that where they would, because they know when we used to have the cockerel, Speckled in particular, because she was worse for it, for going all broody. She would like gather up the eggs, and like certain eggs she would reject, because obviously there was no point in her sitting on them, because she knows which ones have been done and which ones haven't. The amount of times though that Speckled's gone broody, if the weather gets really, really hot, it sort of like messes up with their bodies a little bit, and Speckled will go into like broody mode, where she'll start hoarding the eggs, and she won't come out of the coop, and she'll so that she'll sort of like massively fluff herself out so she can hoard all the eggs and sit on top of them. But the best way to break her out of it though is take away the eggs as soon as possible. Just keep lifting her out so she cools off. Because when they sort of like sit on the eggs, and they sort of spread out their feathers underneath, so that they can get like basically like skin contact on them. The heat that's generated like by Speckled when she's in broody mode. There you go, you just see there, what she's pecking at the minute is the corn that she tipped out of my dish last night. So it saves me cleaning it up. She's just going to eat it. Are you enjoying your sweet corn gravy? Yeah. think casseroles went back through to watch the telly. Knackered today. Well, if you're not laying an egg, Speckle, can I have that egg? It's okay, Gravy. I'm going to cut you up some fruit soon. Or you could trade Gravy to put the kettle on for us. I know, Gravy. Let's see if Speckle's going to let me have that egg. I tickle you. I tickle you. Toasty warm. Now, which side is the camera lens at on this? There it is. There's Gravy's freshly laid egg. When they come out as well, they have like a sort of like liquid that evaporates over like the first few seconds. Lovely, nice, clean egg from Gravy. Fresh from the tank. Kind of speckled. If you want to set on another egg, you have to name one yourself. Here she comes. I don't think it's going to be a speckled laying day. You want to go back outside? You want to go back out and play? Come on, then. Oh. That's them marching back out. Oh no, that's not moody. That's just the way that Speckle squawks when she wants something. You know, whether or not she's telling me to make her a supper, or she wants to go out, she wants to go in. That's them away. Just leaves me with little Gravy here. Hi, Gravy. It's okay. You want to go out as well? You've been a good girl, laying me a nice egg. Yep, Speckled is really bossy. She'll like come to the back door at 3 o'clock, sorry, 3:30, and she'll demand, demand that we make her a supper. There's a little Gravy. She's been munching away at that dish there. But, you've been a good girl. She's a beautiful little baby. I don't know if you can hear that. There's the ice cream van. That's one thing that has never stopped throughout this entire lockdown, is the ice cream bloke. You would have thought that, you know, because that's like one easy way to spread the plague from village to village, isn't it? We're going to get you back on the grass then, sweetie. No, I think well, I don't think the others are going to lay, so I think we'll call it there for today. It was just a nice short stream, just so that you can catch the chaos course when they all decide to lay their eggs in the same spot together. Are you going to come out and sit my knee in the garden then, sweetie? We'll have a cup of tea together. So I hope you liked that one. At some point, if I catch them laying again, I'll fire it up for half an hour, and he's going to watch them again. Poor Gravy though, get chucked around by Speckled. I know, sweetie. That's what I'm telling you. But anyway, I'll catch you all later on. I'll probably be on the server in about an hour or so anyway, because I'm going to start messing around on a new build I want to work on. I need a mountain of concrete, so I'm going to go mining for a few hours. But I'll see you later on. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and figure out where the end button is when I can only see a little bit of the screen. There it is. All right. I'll see you later, everyone.